So you just finished your surveys, and you're ready to export your survey file from a GBF to a CSV. To do that, you go to EM Export and GBF, and you scroll down to the file that you last completed or that you want to export. We'll say in this case it's just going to be 59D30. Under folder, click the one that has the SD Gem data. You can scroll down. And make sure survey type, GPS is selected, degrees is selected, and instead of spec, we want text. And then export. It will be stored in your documents, and then you'll be able to upload this to a computer and run it through the inverter. Just exported out our GBF files to CSV files, and now we want to invert them so we can convert that data to electroconductivity values. The first thing you want to do is make sure you get your adapter, your plug-in, has a USB, you plug it in, and then you take this and you put it in here, and you'll listen, you'll know if it's in and connected if you hear the beeps. Alright, so we're in. If for whatever reason you don't have those beeps and your SOMO or your application isn't connected, you can use a USB with a SIM card adapter and plug that in as opposed to using this cord. Sometimes that works. We had issues like that in the past. And then you'll also want to make a new folder for organization's purposes. You can call it your test site. We'll call this Gem Test Run. And what you'll want to do is just drag, go to your SOMO and your SD card. So you click and drag your files that you want to convert through the inverter to that folder. So you hit SOMO 65, you go to micro SD card, you go to SD Gem data, that is the folder that we selected at the export, and you will select the file name that you want to run that's related towards your site.
Notice how the numbers are very similar, so you want to keep very careful track of every site you do.
DEXG, good point. And make sure you also select the Microsoft Excel comma separated values file. We will select 74 and 76. It's different from the one that we showed in the export video, but this is a little different. And we'll drag them in. And now we just have to run through the inverter. So we go to Start Programs, we click the inverter app, it has this nice little down arrow, and then you'll have this what do you want to do window pop up. We're using the Gem-2, so we have Gem-2 selected, and we want to compute conductivities because we're trying to determine the EC. So we click that, and then thankfully it's already in our Gem test run folder, but if you cannot find it, or if you just want to find your SOMO, you can still navigate to those files through here. We will stick with our Gem test run folder though. When you click it, you click the Gem, not the GPS, the Gem. Your CSV is there, and then you select Open. And it'll give you this last window, the conductivity parameters window. You can specify certain things, like the sensor height. If, say you were carrying the device, you would leave it as 1, or depending on how tall you are. If you were dragging it, like we were, we would make that 0. And then select OK. And this is a very quick loading one. Sometimes it'll take longer. Usually it'll take longer. This is what it looks like. These are millisiemens per meter. This is parts per meter. This is millisiemens per meter. You can, and it's done. To find out what we got, we'll go back to the folder. And we can now see that we have the gem.ec file. So here's what it looks like before you run through the inverter. You can kind of see it. You got all these, you got these folders, files. That's all. Hertz, Q sum. But now we have way more. We have EC, total EC. It's the also, fun fact, this will affect you later on, and we'll address this more in the next step. But notice that your latitude and longitude are flipped. We'll get to that later. But that's how you invert. That's how you can